Hello, and welcome to the Big Girl's View, a grown woman's point of view. You guessed it, my point of view. This week's big box office hit was Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Apparently that Samuel L. Jackson Super Bowl commercial and the subsequent Lawrence Fishburne scandal, publicity stunt, paid off, which actually wasn't necessary. The movie had just the right combination of violence, explosions, tight pants, and corny lines to make Stan Lee proud. Yeah, I messed up, but that's all right. Just in case the Avengers hype wasn't enough, right before their release, the directors of Captain America declared that this was no mere comic book reboot. No, it was a political drama designed to draw attention to the presidential kill list. Now that's what they said. Of course, the script was written before the NSA Snowden fiasco, which might explain why there are no spy agencies mentioned in the movie, and the American president has absolutely nothing to do with the development of a perpetually maintained superweapon designed to kill 20 million whose DNA and SAT scores predict that they are, not will become, terrorists. Oh yeah, and simultaneously. By the way, it took all I could do not to laugh out loud in the crowded theater about how funny it is that Captain America is shocked that the justice system would execute people based on genes instead of their actions, like they haven't been punishing my folks for their physical traits since the early 1600s. Anyway, it should be quite obvious from the timing that it's not based on some Obama-engineered super drone. But just in case the presence of good black guys and competent soldiers could distract you, they threw in a couple of obvious stereotypes and one really sly line. And here they are. 1, the French terrorist is actually Algerian. That's in Africa, in case you didn't know. 2, Nick Fury, head of S.H.I.E.L.D. agency and protector of the free world, fails to recognize assassin because they're disguised as police officers participating in racial profiling. Killing people based on DNAs and police following a black guy in a nice Chevy, that doesn't happen. It must be science fiction. And 3, Captain America is ambushed by a gang of mercenaries in an elevator, but he's not tipped off by the fact that 1 second he's by himself and 30 seconds later there are 50 armed men in the elevator. Oh no. He's tipped off by the fact that the one black guy in the group starts sweating. But that sly line, that's the killer. There's a new superhero. His name is Falcon, played by a black guy. Later on, he's asked to join a mission, and his reply is, "I do what he does, only slower." Really? He couldn't just say, "I'm with him," or "the captain needs me"? See, that's what I'm here for. Point out the things that might slip and call them on it. But good job, Falcon. You might be a little slow, but at least he's a good guy and he's not disfigured. Yay, you! Now that's on the big screen. There's more big political drama on the boob tube also. Making our way through the 3rd season of Scandal, and we're playing out some incompetent worker stereotypes like you would not believe. You've seen it. You know you gladiators watch Scandal at least 4 times in a given week. Olivia Pope, previously known as the all-knowing, do-no-wrong, white hat-wearing problem solver, is not only responsible for screwing the president, but she has the job of keeping the first lady from screwing the vice presidential candidate, the same candidate that she was caught with by the first daughter. Awkward. But she gets called out in that episode as the help and the side chick. She follows it up in the next episode by asking the president, "What service am I being paid to perform for you today?" Come on, Shonda. You killed James. The least you could do is give us some plot between the snappy lines. But you did give us a little plot at the end where we have Olivia incompetently shutting down B613 before they catch a terrorist with a bomb. And then there's the other black lady who gets her throat slit trying to get info. Seems like the only black woman on the show doing her job well is Mama Pope, who isn't just a terrorist, but the terrorist. I'll just be glad when Kerry Washington drops this kid so we can get some full body shots and see some movements besides that lip and nose quiver and that worried drinking face. I don't know. Maybe they could show the pregnancy and next season we'll just discover that it's probably a tumor. Whew. When's the next season of House of Cards due? I need a fix of believability. Well, folks, that's what I saw this week. Next week, new view. Until then, be great.